What's up to Lion Talk Live? So we love you too, buddy.
What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
What's going on, Coach Dan at Lions Talk Live and the Duke Crew? This is Ball Hawk, Fatima Lafano of the Detroit Lions. Everybody make sure you help support the YouTube channel Lions Talk Live by clicking that like and subscribe button. Let's get it and go Detroit.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live and Coach Dan by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
All right, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I am your host once again, Dan Thornton, and I want to thank you all for joining us here today. Lions Talk Live, Wednesday show edition, and you know what? Tomorrow night, football is back. But real quick, before we get into everything today, we've got a little bit of breaking news. Yeah, Kelly Stafford and the kids aren't coming to the game this weekend. So, hey, probably not the biggest of the deal, but I thought the fact that this was actually a headline and actually newsworthy, I guess, where multiple different outlets had to report it. I was like, man, is it really that big a deal? But, hey, Kelly Stafford has let everybody know she did not want to bring herself nor the kids to the game. Just for her mental health, needed to step on out and not be a part of it all. So, good for her and the kids for probably showing a wise move and not coming to the game this Sunday. All right, real quick before we get into the meat of the show, the 5 headlines now, and then the main topic of the day. A couple quick things. If you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so, making that push for 7,800 subs, and we're about 90 away. Also, if you'd be so kind, if you like the video, if you like what we do on the channel, hit that thumbs up, the like button. We try to get every video between, morning show video between 200, 300 or more thumbs up or likes. Last but not least, if you are looking for something to read this particular weekend, or maybe just somewhere in the future, please consider going to Amazon.com and ordering Kajora Book. It is a historical fictional drama that involves Native American and Japanese cultures. So if you're looking for something different outside the box, and you got a little less than a year until the next book releases in this series, go ahead and go to Amazon.com and order your copy. If I meet you up somewhere, maybe at a Duke Crew Bash, and you want me to autograph it, fair enough, free of charge, maybe buy me a Mountain Dew. All right, let's go ahead and get into the show, get it rolling. So without further ado, let's go ahead and head on over to 5 headlines now. So what do you guys think? Should anybody have even reported that Kelly Stafford and the kiddos weren't coming? I don't know. That made me laugh at least. All right, 5 headlines now. Let's see. Injury report. 2 safeties absent from Detroit Lions practice. This is from Detroit News by Nolan Branchy. So as we reported yesterday, we got some tipped information, I guess you could say. Ife Melifonwu, his season is in question. We've all been wondering what was going on there. Now, at least it seems like we know. It is an Achilles bruise. If you want, you can check out the full details that were released in yesterday's video. It's a couple minutes long, but it sounds like he's going to be going through this for another couple weeks at least. The prognosis was, 3 to 6 weeks, heavy, aggressive, trying to recover from it, therapy on it, and then they can make a better determination of what's going to go on with Ife Melifonwu's season. There is some potential that the surgery may be required. If that does happen, he's done for the year. But they're doing what they can, since it's not a rupture or a complete tear, to just rehab it and get him going. The other, unfortunately, is someone I really want to see sooner versus later on the field, and that's Lawrence Strickland. But it sounds like his return is a little bit more readily available than what Ife's looking at. So good news overall for the Detroit Lions. Everybody else is back, including Jahmyr Gibbs. I know people have been wondering about that. He says he's basically 100%, so he's going to be fine. Sounds like DJ Reader is also going to make his Lions debut this Sunday as well. All right, Detroit Lions will win the Super Bowl in dramatic fashion. ESPN simulation predicts. Detroit Free Press story by Jared Ramsey. So if you didn't get a chance to check this out, you can go ahead and just go over, Google it or whatever. But basically, in a nutshell, they've got the Lions. The ESPN simulation has the Lions going with a record of 13-4. Not quite Dan O'Damas-esque, but it's in the vicinity. Winning the NFC North, getting the first round bye, and then taking on the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl, the first in franchise history. So let that sink in. If this shakes out and holds, comes to fruition, you've got history one way or the other. If it is Kansas City versus Detroit, Kansas City wins it. Hey, they'll be the first team ever to win 3 in a row. If Detroit wins it, obviously it's the first time they've won a Super Bowl, not a league championship, but a Super Bowl. So I won't give you all the spoilers from how they believe it will be a dramatic fashion win. If you want to go check it out, please, by all means, do so. All right, Jared Goff for MVP and other 2024 Detroit Lions future bets. This is from CBS Sports. They do a big breakdown on all the different, notable gambling lines, betting lines, etc. I know during the offseason, I put out a video about somebody putting a multi-million-dollar bet on Jared Goff. So if you want to check out the story, CBS Sports, and hey, see if maybe they gives you some sort of inside information for some bets for yourself. All right, Detroit players preview season opener versus Rams, and this is Fox 2 Detroit. So there is a little bit of a video that goes with it. I'm going to play it. Just keep in mind I can only play about a minute of it. So see if I can pull this up on the proverbial screen and get it going.
Things that we're trying that are brand new. There's different, all sorts of different things. So yeah, we'll unleash some of them, and but we know what our identity is, and we'll stick to that.
You never really know. These week 1 games are always a little hard to prepare for because you don't really have any film to work on, and maybe they want to change their mentality with this or that. But at the end of the day, if we just stay true to our rules and what we have going on defense, that's all we can control.
Limiting the Rams' firepower may look a lot different this time around with a revamped Detroit defense that will get its first test run on the field in a game situation on Sunday night.
I feel like the best way I explain it is that we're so much more, I think I told you, like squared away. Just like top down.
Speaking from my experience, that defensive line is much improved in my opinion. They're flying around, they're playing aggressive, trying to make plays, and it seems like they got some depth where they can kind of roll guys through there who can make some plays.
All right, enough of that. I don't want to play too much where I upset anybody on YouTube or wherever else. So about a minute's worth there. But as you can see and hear from the players, they've got some stuff cooking up. They've got some stuff ready. And you do hear a lot of people talking about the defensive line, how much it's changed, improved. Some of that is through attrition, through players. Some of it is going to be through Terrell Williams' teachings as a coach. I think there's a lot of things to look forward to Sunday night. And, Dan O'Damas already predicted a 1,000-point win for the Detroit Lions. So, hey, what more could you ask for? There should be a point scored basically every second of the game for by the Detroit Lions. So I'll be looking forward to that. All right, a couple Lions players have officially changed their jersey numbers. I know this is about a day old. I know Kurt Steele did something on it as well. But let's see if I'm maybe I already closed it. But all right, here we go. Brandon Joseph has switched from 40 to 12. He took the number from Darius Fountain. Lauren Strickland has swapped from 24 to 28. Stephen Gilmore previously had 24. And linebacker Trevor Nowinski will wear 53 in this his second tour of duty with the Detroit Lions. All right, that's going to conclude 5 headlines now. So let's get over to the main topic of the day. All right, main topic of the day, as you guys can see from the thumbnail here within, hey, Dan Campbell is a motivating guy. He is a coach that likes to get people fired up, etc. Dan Campbell also put Jared Goff on a bit of notice, as you can see from the thumbnail. And while some people may look at it as a bad thing, I do not. Goff was told by Campbell that he's got expectations for him to do even more this year for this team, more in the leadership, more in the helping, adjusting with the offenses, pre-game, and even during game at halftime. For a coach to go out and do stuff like that shows how much faith they have in the player, but also that he wants to try to pinch Jared Goff into doing more for the team. I don't think it's a bad thing by any stretch of the imagination. Campbell goes on to talk about he has such belief in Goff that he's proven it, that he's playing at a high level, that he thinks he's fully capable of leading team not only to the Super Bowl, but basically being another coach on the field and helping other players grow and mature. He wants him to very much be the captain of this team. And I'm not trying to do direct quotes on everything. The quotes I'm looking at that you can see me looking at on the screen, it's a pretty lengthy quote from McDC in regards to this factor that he wants more out of him. But we've all been debating since Goff was traded or kicked out of LA, however you want to term it, that his renaissance here in Detroit, his rising from the ashes like a phoenix or whatever, has been noteworthy. But he thinks, MCDC thinks, Goff can do more, and he does not want Goff to be satisfied with what he's already done. He wants to make sure he keeps evolving, keeps improving, because as MCDC says in the quote to the media yesterday, he thinks Jared Goff has another level or two ahead of him that he can still tap into and reach. So he wants to, I guess you could say, level up Jared Goff, try to push him to doing even more and more. But what do you guys think? Do you think MCDC is doing the right thing here? Asking him to basically be a coach during the week, help them walk through different things, prepare the team for this defense or that defense, whatever they expect out of the Rams, to be actively involved with the coaching staff at halftime and even before the game in reviewing things. Me, myself, as a coach, here's what I'll say about it. I love it because the more you can get people to analyze things, especially at a position like the quarterback position, where everything, man, it is, if you're a half second late, it's probably a turnover. You don't complete the pass, whatever it is. I think it's a real good move because if he does that, I'm going to guess it's going to also translate down to Hendon Hooker. You get Hooker doing some of this stuff now, it's going to speed up his maturity, his maturation into becoming an NFL quarterback and tap into his abilities faster and faster. Now, if Goff starts going through and going out on the field and helping, work with this, that, or the other thing, you also start developing a different layer of trust with the wide receivers, with the tight ends, the running backs. And if you force people to use their full brain, so you go from short-term to long-term memory, I think there's a higher percentage chance that it helps the entire team. Now you get players, not just the quarterback, analyzing and thinking about in a different light, a different mindset, all the different aspects in play. And I think the Detroit Lions offense could just become scary good. And again, not just for the quarterback, even though this is specifically about the quarterback, it will translate to other positions. If you get people to become more and more analytical when they're not naturally analytical, I think you do to help them remove a lot of layers of questions and become more assertive in whatever they're going to be asked to do. All right, that's my take on it. Let's hear what your guys' take on it. Personally, I think it's a hell of a compliment from MCDC to put this on Jared Goff, to say, hey, we're going to go ahead and make you do even more this year. And not just on the field, again, with the stats or whatever, but just all around the facilities. He's taking him to another level, and I do believe it will help affect other positions. Like I said, wide receiver room, you're probably going to have this happen with Amon-Ra St. Brown, maybe Laporta in another season or so. But this will start translating to other positions. You'll probably see people on the defensive side also be asked to do similar things. And again, you're showing your players how much faith you have in them. The players aren't oblivious to that. They will pick up on it and say, hey, I need to start conducting myself in a different position, a different light. I need to have to start paying attention more and more to my details and help translate that to other people. So you're asking basically the players to become coaches, become captains, take a bigger leadership role and ownership of the product down the field. I think it's a big and a brilliant move by MCDC. A big move and a brilliant move. All right, let's go ahead and get over to this. What do you guys think, though? Let's see what you guys have to say. I think it's a real good move and a smart, wise move by Dan Campbell himself. All right, Michael, good morning. Coach and Duke crew, back at you, Michael. Robert, greetings and salutations. Same to you, Robert. Hopefully it's been an outstanding day. Jason, woo! Dan Skipper version. I like that. I think we all like the Skipper version. Bo, good morning, Duke crew. Is it getting warmer? Question mark. I see Super Bowl W. All right, let's go with a Super Bowl W. Or it could be a Super Bowl. Woo! There we go, Bo. I got you. Skipper version indeed. Yes, so that is man, we should market that somehow because Skipper, I don't think he intentionally tries to come off that way, but let's be honest and fair. That version of Skipper's woo is pretty impressive, and I don't think anybody's lost on it. All right, see, Robert, Dynasty of Destiny, I'll go with that. Matthew, greetings, salutations. Good morning, everyone. Superdome, Super Bowl. Woo, woo, woo. Sheila likes a woo in the fresh morning dew. Yes, she does, my friend. Yes, she does. Robert, please, Dan, please drink do not Coke during your game cast. Yes, I will have. Already went out and got all the dues, so we're all set for Sunday night. Let me tell you, we will be rocking, and my play-by-play call will be coming at you fast and furious. All right, let's see. Clark, good morning. Duke crew, exclamation point. This is the season of expectations, the season of destiny. Yes, it is the season of faith's perfection. More on that later. All right, Eddie, greetings and salutations. What's going on with Jared Goff? DC, MCDC, however you want to call it, Gambling Man Dan, he's asking Jared Goff to do even more as far as a leadership component and try to help affect the team more and more. And if he's doing that with Goff, my full anticipation is this will now translate to other people's Penei Sewell, St. Brown, whoever. The real creme of the creme players are going to ask or be asked to be more and more leaders on the field and in the pre-game, post-game, etc. Aspects of the team. All right, Jason, Dan Adamas may have changed a few predictions from a few months back where our only losses were back-to-back versus Green Bay and Texans. Something fishy going on here. Well, maybe Dan Adamas had a update, I guess you'd say. Maybe a little bit more Mountain Dew, maybe a little bit more power to the basketball of faith. Maybe that changed some of the predictions. All right, let's see. Moonscar. Hey, fellas, exclamation point. Did Thor cut his golden locks? Question mark. Looks like it at the presser. So many fans will be disappointed. I think he's just got it pulled back. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he did cut it. When watching the video just a moment ago, I thought I could see some of the hair in the back. But, again, I could be wrong. See, Jesse, gritties and salutations all. I think Goff has a legit chance to win the MVP. I do too. And, going with that on top of today's main topic of the day, I think it's just a sign of how he's progressing. Tom Brady and other quarterbacks have talked about it recently that they feel a lot of teams give up on quarterbacks way too soon. They just try to throw too much at them too soon, and most guys can't do it. What we saw last year, with the kid out of the Texans, don't remember his name offhand, but anyways, that's pretty rare. I think anybody who's watched NFL football for more than a New York minute gets that. Most guys don't do that. Most guys take a couple seasons to even become moderately successful, comfortable in the NFL. You've heard Patrick Mahomes say he couldn't even read a defense until year 3 or 4 or whatever it was. So you look at Jared Goff. You look at what he did in L.A. The kid was uber successful, especially that early in his career. And for whatever reasons, we'll probably never know the full story. Sean McVay and the organization gave up on him. But you know who didn't? Brad Holmes, because he was all over it. Brad Holmes was a part of that L.A. ownership or leadership that traded up to get Goff from 12 to 1, got him here. It's like, man, we've got our quarterback. We've got nothing but belief in this guy. And that's what you're also getting with MCDC yesterday in the presser. He's saying he's going to ask even more out of Jared Goff. He's going to put him on the hot seat. He's going to put him in harm's way because he believes Jared Goff can achieve even more. And I think it's a brilliant move, again, by MCDC. All right, Robert, maybe Dan Adamas bumped his head. It's always possible. Been known to do it. Hey, Jared Goff. There we go. Goff's seat is nowhere near hot. $200 million cold seat. All coach did was say he's putting more on his plate. Yeah, he's putting him on the hot seat, man. He's putting him on the seat. Stop with the clickbait titles, Dan. Well, Jared Goff, all I can say is I guess two people can look at the same thing, call it different stuff. You can say tomato. I can say tomato. I think putting him on the hot seat's a good thing, man. It's not a bad thing at all. Jason, he's asking him to do a little more. 100% with that. See, Robert, Broski, is that you? Could be some truth to that. France, Jared Goff, maybe wait until we know the subject matter for the video before assuming it's clickbait. Could be that too. Sometimes, you could jump to conclusions. All right, France, and good day all. Back at you, my friend. See, Robert, good morning, Hatman. There you go, Hatman, Batman. You never see this. You never see them in the same place at the same time. So could Hatman be the Batman? All right, Wayne, good morning. I'm on my way to vacation in Michigan. Currently live in Rhode Island and to the game. Well, go enjoy it, my friend. Hopefully you have a great time, Wayne. Woo! This Kool-Aid is good. Oh, yeah. Well, hope you enjoy it. Hope you have a great travel on over. Enjoy the vacation, my friend. Stephanie, good morning, boys. Exclamation point. I think Dan Adamas did a great job with yesterday, laughing out loud. Thanks for that. The expectations are pretty high. Also, Jared Goff, do you know what the topic is? Question mark. If not, how do you know it is CB? Cornerback? Clickbait. Gotcha. Clickbait. My bad. Hetman, good morning, Dan and the Motley Dew crew. Woo, woo, woo. And you know what? Just for you guys, it's been a minute. Let's give you guys a Gotta love those moves. All right, Drum, what do you got? Good morning, Coach. Love what you've done with the show, man. Thanks for that, man. Hopefully you're having a great day, too, man. I always love it when you pop on. You normally got a couple good questions. Hey, make me think a little bit. Put me on the hot seat. Let's see, Trey, what's all good? Let's see, question mark. I love me some Lions Talk live in the morning on the way to work. Anyone else watching tomorrow night's game? Man, I got to imagine just about everybody who's obviously in this channel is probably going to watch it. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people because, hey, let's face it. We're all football fans. All right, Jerome. Hey, Coach, I've heard players and coaches say football shape. What does that mean? It's just where basically, I guess the easy way to explain it is where you get your body used to the physical contact, getting hit, all that stuff. Because when you haven't done that in a while, your body will basically lose its inner calluses. I guess that's a good way to put it. You get used to getting punched like a boxer or an MMAer, or getting kicked like a martial artist, or playing football. Your body gets more and more acclimated to that physical duress, stress, and contact. So when it starts happening, it's not as impactful. But when you go, 2-3 weeks, a couple months without it, now your body kind of forgets how that feels. So when it starts happening again, yeah, you notice it real quick. So basically get the body numb to the football contact. Let's see, Hatman, good morning, Robert Yankee. There you go. Moonscar. Trey, absolutely watching, exclamation point. I'm ready for some football. Going to be a Thursday night party. Yes, it is. And I think, yeah, I'm going to watch it probably for a half. I'm probably not going to watch the full game, but I think it's indication we are one step closer indeed to Sunday night football. Robert Hatman, where do you live? There you go. Darcy, good morning. I think Goff will have another fine season. 4,000 yards. 30 plus touchdowns, maybe two rushing scores. It is possible he could, maybe he's been working on his fancy footwork and can get out of the pocket a little bit. You never know. Trey, Moonscar Blade, I'm thinking about heading out to watch the first half, then home to bed. Yeah, that's probably where a lot of people will be, or fall asleep watching the game. Hatman in Mortley, just south of Big Rapids. Robert Yankee, there you go. Drome, curious, Coach, if your football team was behind, do you have any techniques you use to help them get back the lead? A lot of that, Drome, is just, situation by situation, game by game. I could open up a can of worms talking about all sorts of different stuff. But, a lot of it's going to come down to the strengths of the other team, where we're at with things. That's a hard one to answer. All right, see, John, good morning to all the amazing people of the Duke Crew. Back at you, John. Hopefully you're having a great morning. Patrick, I believe Goff is going to have a monster year as well. 5,000 plus yards passing and maybe 7 INTs at the worst. I'll go with that, man. I tell you what, let's just get all the 7 INTs out of the way. But I do think I'm with you. I think Goff is going to have a pretty dang good year. A lot of it, though, will come down to two things, in my opinion. How much does the running game get involved? I got to imagine they'll be no different than the last several years. And then just how stout is the defense? One of the big advantages to Goff and the offense, in my opinion, is that the defense should be able to get stops and takeaways, which is going to translate to more opportunities for the running backs, the receivers, Goff himself, etc. Jason, love the titles, Dan, exclamation point, Superdome or bust. Thanks for that, man. Thanks for that. Let's see, Robert, I grew up in Gaylord in the Alpine Village. Okay, fair enough. Let's see, John, here comes the thunder and lightning. I agree. I think we're going to see a lot of that Sunday night. It's Quentin, greetings and salutations, y'all. Anyone guessing what JMO stats are going to be this year? I'm going to go with, how about, I'll go with, how about this? 1,000 yards receiving, and I'm going to go with 6 touchdowns. 6 receiving touchdowns. Let me point that out. I do think he'll get 1 or 2 as well rushing. So, all right, Ant-Man, Robert Yankee, that's such a beautiful area up there. It really is, man. It really is. See, Hookado, good morning, Dan and the Duke Crew. One pride. I've seen the Applebee's commercial on TV. Not only are we going to bring home the Lombardi, McDC is going to bring home an Oscar award for Detroit. I do wonder, when we win the Super Bowl, somebody puts that camera in his face, what are you doing now that you won the Super Bowl? Does he say, I'm going to Applebee's, not Disney. So it could be that he's going to pull off an Applebee's moment there. Jerome, hey, Coach, are the media there when we practice, when they know our game plans? They're allowed the opening 15 minutes. Now, back when I started as a reporter in the late 80s, you were allowed to watch the entire practice. The problem is people got caught taking notes and selling them to the opposing team. So then the NFL had to change the rules, put the big kibosh on it. There was a guy who was around back in the day called Killer Kowalski. He's been passed now for, it's got to be close to 10 years or right around there. But he might have been the one exception when the rules did change because he had been around for so long. Nobody was worried about him selling notes or whatever, but the rest of us had to get out the door. Really what you get to watch, Jerome, is the opening stretching, guys on the sideline working with trainers. That's really about it. They don't allow you to watch any real detailed information anymore because some knuckleheads messed it up for the rest of us. All right, see, Voltron, good morning. Back at you. Jared Goff, I said what I've said. I don't know what else to tell you. When the title is read, it's misleading. Folks, reading is fundamental. Read the title, Gardner, an opinion. Yeah, no worries, man. And I'm sure you get it whether you're working in print media or social media. You have to write headlines that catch people's attention. If I wrote a bland headline, "Have a nice day," how many people are picking up that newspaper, that magazine? It's just you got to write headlines that, one, deal with your subject matter, give an idea what the show's about, and hopefully intrigue somebody enough to come on in and watch it. So, Jared Goff, I can say this: it's been that way since the 1800s in media. So if you can't, I've worked for a lot of editors that said if you can't write a good headline, you won't have a job. So take it for what it's worth, man. All right, let's see, Doug. 4 days ahead of the actual game, everything ahead of the game is just talk. All I care about is which players show up and perform. 100%. That's good coach talk right there. You can say what you want about a lot of these guys, how they're trending, how they're looking, the direction in which they're going, the expectations for this player, that player. But until you get on the field, if you don't do it, all the stuff goes out the window pretty quick. Mike the Rain Gunny. Howdy, Dan and the Duke Crew. Back at you, my friend. Dave, I'm ready for some football. You and me both, my friend. Amy, greetings and salutations, Dan and the Duke Crew. Exclamation point. Can't wait to see the guys play. It will be awesome season. So did that last trade go through regarding Jameson Williams? Have a great day, everyone. As far as I know, Jameson Williams isn't getting traded. I guess I don't know what that trade is, Amy. Let me know in the comments section, but I do not know of any trade with Jameson Williams offhand. See, Rocky, let's see. Good morning, all. Love the pressure of the hot seat, 100%. And I think that's, being a coach, here's what I'd say. You're going to put some expectations on some players you wouldn't on others. Some tasks, some, I don't know, just duties. Because some people can handle it, and you believe they can handle it. Plus, you believe it will sharpen them up and take them to another place. Other people, they can't handle it, so you don't ask them of it. But I think it's a real strong move by McDC and the coaching staff to ask that of Goff, and I think he will elevate his abilities. Phil, greetings and salutations. Back at you, Phil. Good to see you with another new thumbnail of a Qatar. See, So Smoke, Jared Goff is always on the hot seat. He's a quarterback. Now, that could be some truth right there. Also, let's see. Detroit Sports Talk. Let's go, Lions. Let's go. And have a good morning, my friend. Bo, high praise and high expectations. Seems pretty straightforward to me. I'll go with that. See, the non-laughers as morning, Dan and the Duke Crew. Woo! We'll go with that. And hopefully it's a good morning for you, too. And again, love the new thumbnail, man. Detroit Sports Talk. Do you think the Lions defensive line can be the real deal this season? I do. I think they will. I do believe, because of what I'm expecting out of the D, I do believe that it's not just going to be the defensive line. It is going to be the second layer. It is going to be blitzing linebackers, safeties, cornerbacks. But there's also going to be times where I have no doubt AG is just going to go with the front four. I think you're not going to run very well in Detroit. Maybe some teams will. I do anticipate our run defense is going to be better this year than last year. And let's be honest, it was pretty dang good last year. So the Detroit front should be one of the better ones in the league. I guess I could just say that. All right, Coach Rock, in the D, it seems like the starting QB is always on the hot seat, but Goff will prevail. Woo! Yeah, probably like every NFL quarterback, that seat's always burning because as soon as you make a mistake or two, everybody's going to be on the media, whatever format of media you're taking in, they're going to be on your butt. Jared Goff goes out this week and throws 57 touchdowns in the first drive of the game. Everybody's going to be cheering or whatever. But the following week, if he goes out and throws, 2 picks and has 2 fumbles and the Lions barely win the game, you know what? Everybody's going to be saying, man, he's a bum, blah, blah, blah. They shouldn't have paid him. we should have drafted a quarterback. Hendon Hooker should be the quarterback. Bring back Nate Sudfeld. That's where some people will go. Some people will be like, bring back Nate Sudfeld. And it's just, hey, it's the nature of the position, and it's just the world we live in. Hey, man, sitting here waiting for Lions Talk Live and having a cup of coffee. Oh, yeah. Now that sounds like a great start to the day to me. Trade Sports Talk. I love Levi. He's went through a lot with a back, and now seeing him fully healthy makes me really happy. Me too, man. And I really hope he has just a monster season, because you can hear Mike talk about it. I think Kurt Steele, if I'm not mistaken, both of these gentlemen have had spinal fusions, if I'm not mistaken, at least. And I remember them both talking over the last year and then, this preseason about what he's doing. Levi is doing is just insane for somebody who's gone through that. It is, it's the stuff of fairy tales. It is a Rocky Balboa movie. It's just, I really hope he has just a phenomenal season for that sake. For him, he seems like a real good person, which, the Lions pay attention to who they're drafting and bringing into the team, not just the physical skills. So kudos to them. All right, Phil, Levi is a miracle. I agree with that. Detroit, let's see, hit that like button, guys. Yes, if you could, por favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. See, Robert, our DBs will be tested early and often by Stafford. Can't wait for the pressure to up the front to help him throw multiple picks. And yeah, we all get it. The communication's not going to be great. Some of the, the gelling of the secondary or the defense as a whole is not going to be where it's going to be, 5 weeks later, etc. So yeah, they're going to be tested. You're 100% right, Robert. All right, see you, Detroit. We'll go with all of the above. Man Bear, greetings all, back at you. Hatman, wow, no JDC this morning? What the heck? Yeah, man, have I seen him? Have I not seen him this morning? I guess, to be fair, I don't know. Well, I'm just a country doctor, Jim. There you go. Nice Star Trek there. Matthew, J-Mo, 1,500 yards, 10-plus touchdowns. Jared Goff, 5,000-plus yards, passing 30-plus touchdowns. Now, that would be a phenomenal season for both guys. Buddy, good morning, all. Good morning, Buddy. Phil, what exactly is wrong with Iffy? So, all right, he's got a I guess, deep bruise of the Achilles tendon. Apparently, there's some level of scarring. Some of the doctors, I guess, for the team have thought that maybe they should go with surgery, but they're trying to just rehab it without that. So it was, from what I was told yesterday, a 3 to 6 week window for the rehab. If they could, quote, rehab the ship out of it is what I'll say. The ship, S-H-I-P. And yes, I don't spell well. So they're going to try that. He's halfway through that. If at the end of the window that they feel like he still needs surgery, then he might go that route. This does kind of seem to also line up with what McDc was saying, that, hey, he could be back next week. He could not be back at all this year. It seems like he's really on the fence with what they could do, but they're trying to rehab it to get him back into playing this year. All right, bus driver, good morning, Duke Crew. Woo! Yes, and good morning to you, too. Kevin B., his Achilles is iffy. Ooh, I see what you did there. Michael, good morning, Dan. Good morning, Michael. Kurt Steele, what up, though, Duke Crew? What up to you, too? Hopefully, the Man of Steel is having a great day. Buddy, Kelly not coming? Dang, yeah, probably, not exactly going to affect the game, but probably a wise move by the Staffords. See, Detroit, hi, Kurt. There you go. Kevin, got to do the do. Yes, you do. It would heal you up very quickly. Shaw, what do you got? Howdy, Duke Crew. Back at you. Hopefully, it's a great day for you. See, Man Bear, Kurt Steele, greetings. Dale, greetings and salutations, everyone. Same to you, my friend. Sir Graves, what do you, Gasly? Good morning, Coach and Duke Crew. Keep the faith, and our Lions will bring home that Lombardi. I think we're going to. You are seeing more and more national media talk about it. Let's speak it into existence. Kurt Steele, what up, though, Man Bear? Hatman, Kurt, what up, though? Dan, good morning, Duke Crew, exclamation point. I just gave my wife her the 24-hour notice. Starting tomorrow, I will no longer be available to do husbandly duties until Sunday after Super Bowl. Hey, it's very kind of you to give her that, lead in and give her some notification. All right, Kurt Steele. Dale, what up, though? Pierce, hey, man, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've seen you, so good to see you. So do we now go to get a safety? I think that's why we got rid of C.J. Moore last week off the practice squad. I don't remember the guy who we replaced him with, but I think we are pretty deep at safety. That's why Brandon Joseph, I think he was kept over C.J. Moore. C.J. Moore, phenomenal on special teams. not the greatest in the secondary as far as playing. At least I think they had better options and they went that route. So the other part is you got Strickland, you got Brandon Joseph. I mean, you do have some other guys out there. I'm really hoping Strickland can play for this weekend because with Iffy out, you're going to want some more depth there. But the other part with our cornerback spots is most of these guys, either in college or the NFL, have already played both positions, cornerback and safety. All right, Pierce. And one thing I'm curious to see, will Tim Patrick, Allen Robinson, or both be active Sunday? That's a big question, and I do wonder about that. I know we're both wanting to see at least one of them up there for the game. We're going to have to wait till probably just before kickoff to get that notification. All right, see, Detroit playing Iffy with a speedy recovery. Yeah, playing Iffy with a speedy recovery, 100%. But again, if everything I was given was accurate yesterday, he's basically halfway through that recovery process, which kind of lines up because what the Kansas City game was about 3 weeks ago. That's when he injured it. So they should have some idea, it sounds like next week, what they're going to do with him. Derek, good morning, coach and crew. Who do you think we will face in the Super Bowl? Man, myself, I thought it would be the Kansas City Chiefs, but I have seen a couple of the predictors say the Texans. So who knows? We'll see. Whoever's going to be there is probably not going to be a great day for them. All right, Michael, let's see, Super Bowl bound and picking up steam. I agree. Let's see, bus driver, Brent, what do you got? Kirby and Branch are safeties, or Brandon Joseph backing them up. We'll be okay. Yeah, and don't forget the Brian Branch, too. Yep. So, yeah, starting ones are okay, and then, backing up, we've got some good ones. See, Broski, what if Lions Talk Live intro turns into the Madden curse? Hey, it could be, man. You never know. But I guess everybody in the video would get cursed. That'd be a whole lot of people. Dale, good morning. Kurt, good morning, Dale. See, Moonscar, Hatman, if I remember right, JDC work time changed on Wednesday and Thursdays, I think. That might be. To be honest, I do not know. See, Kurt Steele, Broski Bear, don't put that evil on us. Yeah, don't speak it into existence, man. See, bus driver, what if Bears fans are the QB curse of them? All right, that might be. What if it's, Hard Knocks curse? Maybe they got Hard Knocks curse, the Bears. See, Rocky M, I hope the players aren't reading into all this hype because it is one game at a time. Go get to get to the Super Bowl. Rock, you coach. It's part of it. If you're in sports, people read their own press too much. They get inflated beliefs. They forget what got them there. And you're going to have to, as a coach, you're going to have to, as players, you're going to have to, as an organization, try to moderate that as best you can. All right, Hatman, I believe we will be beat down the Rams, but I'm still nervous because you never know with Stafford. Yeah, Stafford's probably the one reason with their team that you believe that there could be a threat there because, hey, he is a gunslinger. He can have some moments where he's just insanely good. Also, he can be just like Brett Favre, who is a similar type quarterback. They can both throw you into wins. They can also throw you out of games because they are such gunslingers. All right, Detroit Sports Talk, bus driver, Brent, I agree. I just love Iffy. I hate injuries. Yeah, and let's hope he's closer to returning than not. But, that's as much information as I can give anybody. See, Pierce and the Rams have massive offensive line problems already. They do. Heard somewhere yesterday Jonah Jackson is getting moved to center. Hutch gonna feast. Yeah, if that happens for Jonah Jackson, you'll probably see a lot of growth opportunities out of that offensive line for the Rams. And you're going to be putting a lot of guys probably in bad shape. But the other thing I'd say as a coach, if you're moving him there, you clearly think he's a better center than who you had there prior. All right, Eric, see what you got. Talk me out of going to Sunday's game and watching it at Harvey's or the old Shill or something. I promise to save more money this year. It really comes down to your prerogative, I guess. I'm not going to the game. I'm going to be just sitting here broadcasting, hanging out with all you guys. It's too late in the day for me to really go out and do much stuff because I have to work in the morning. So that's, I guess, why I'm staying home to watch it. See, all right, T-Man, what all good? I think it's going to be a close game. It might be. A lot of people are betting that way. Dan O'Damas did predict that it was going to be a blowout, but it might very well just be a couple points game. Could be just like the playoff game last year. See, Broski, Kurt Steele, I'm not it's not me doing anything. I didn't create the intro. Geez, Kurt. All right. Laughing out loud. Broski Bear says, Kurt, Kenneth, this will be the first season we experience from start to finish complete domination. I'll go with that. Lions go 14-3, win NFC's number 1 seed, top with the Super Bowl. I'll take all the above, Kenneth. Let's make that happen. I love the way you're thinking. Pierce, Dan Campbell also loves 50-cent wings. Yes, he does. That commercial was good. I thought he did a good job with it. Bo, boneless ribs. We'll go with that. Trade Sports Talk. How many sacks do we get versus the Rams? I'm thinking 5 and 2 INTs. That crowd might just be too much for Stafford. Let's go with. I tell you what. I'll go with 4 sacks. Doesn't mean we won't get a ton of pressures. And yeah, I would say somewhere between 1 and 3 interceptions. Micro Mike, what's up, Dan? What's up, Mike? How you doing today? T-Man, all good. I think it's a smart idea. Me too, man. I like the way MCDC is thinking. See, Hatman, come on, crew, smash that thumbs up button, like button, and subscribe to one of the best Lions content shows. Thanks for that, man. Yeah, I can tell you we've got about 550 people watching on all platforms. I can't tell you anything about the likes. It doesn't show on my screen. See, Big D, what's that I expect out of my starting quarterback? Yeah, period. Yeah, that's what you expect out of your starting quarterback? I agree. Yeah, you take him to another level. See, Detroit Sports Talk, did you see that Anzalone said that we might be the loudest NFL stadium crowd ever? Yeah, I'm going to imagine Sunday night, people have been building up all day long. However they're building up, it'll be pretty loud in there. Courtney, greetings, salutations, Duke Crew, go Lions. Woo! And back at you. Great morning to you. Dr. Trey, what up? What up to you too? Let's see, Dave. Dan Campbell couldn't coach a Pop Warner league. All right. Well, hopefully he can coach the NFL league. Pop Warner is completely different. Alliance, Micro Mike. I have a wrench. I am special. Haha. You do have a wrench. A wrench of destiny. I got to come up with some different words other than destiny and faith. Let's see. Broski Bear Lions Talk Live Chat Sports. Look who's a mod here. How you doing? How you both doing? See, Shane, morning, back at you. Taylor Made, man. Hey, good to see you in the morning. Coach could be challenging Goff to win a MVP. Now, that is also true. If you're the coach, you're doing everything you can to find the buttons in all your players to get them to go out there and do more. I think you're spot on and right with that, Taylor Made. Bo, good morning, Mr. Kimber. David, hi, Shane. Micro Mike, Broski, what up, brother? Hope all is well with my bear friend. All right. See, John, maybe try to get Dan Miller on your. Hey, I'll reach out to his representation, see if we can get Dan Miller on. I think that'd be awesome. Dave, hi, Mike. Let's see, Bo Booth, what's up, brother, says Micro Mike. Shane, hi, David. Micro Mike, Davis, good morning, sir. There you go. Dr. Trey, I got the plastic wrench. I got a plastic wrench. I am special ed. Hey, nothing wrong with that, my friend. Weston Lion, good morning from the UK, folks. Hey, hopefully you're having a great start. Right? I guess it's about the middle of the day, about lunchtime, right? So hopefully it's a great day for you. And thank you for always being here. See, let's see, Lions, let's see, Micro Mike, David, not Davis, all the above. See, great expectations, says Bo. Taylor Made, by the way, H2 lockers next to Goff. Yeah, so let them help bring Hendon Hooker along. Help coach him up. I'd see Micro Mike, Dr. Detroit. Let's see, Doug, oh my gosh, this is tool time. It is. David, Mike, I am finally done working Kuwait. I am back to Michigan. Well, welcome back, my friend. I'm glad you are doing well. Bo, hey, we are the monkey wrenches. There you go. People like to monkey around. Dale, Goff hits another level, then the entire league better watch out. I agree with you. Yeah, if he really does take this offense to another level, he goes himself to another level. Yeah, that's going to be crazy good. And you know that trade starts looking a whole lot more and more in favor of Detroit. Let's see, Mike, welcome back to the States, brother. No cap. I enjoyed when I was in Kuwait, rich country. There you go. See, Kurt Steele, the op is going to be today's Boss Up, Ball Out podcast. Okay, we'll go with that. And hey, can't wait for that next episode. Troy Sports Talk. Sheila likes the morning woo and the morning dew coffee. Woo, woo, woo. All right, and just for you guys, we'll give you a little Oh Sheila. There you are. Right. Let's see. John Dan Miller is the voice of Lions. He is, and he does a real good job. Mark Champion, who I hated at the time when they let him go. I also get why they let him go. He did a real good job back in the day being the voice prior to Dan Miller. See, Phil, good morning, Mike. Shane, flooding down here where I live. Hopefully you stay safe then, my friend. Stay safe. See, Broski Bear, Kurt Steele, I'm not on your show. All right, well, we'll see. Maybe we can get you on. See, Detroit Sports Talk, good morning, Mike. Good morning, Kurt. Scott, do you see us making a trade for an impact player at the trade deadline? If we could make a trade for one, are we in a win now mode? So let's analyze the past with Brad Holmes. We know the last 2 years he did try to make trades prior to the trade deadline. he has since come out and talked about last year. They did make calls about Montez Sweat, just couldn't work out the compensation. Did call Carolina Panthers about Burns. I think that's the pass rusher that was there, who's now in New York. And I want to say he called Jacksonville for Allen. So he's come out and corroborated all that. He said, yes, we did. It just didn't happen. My opinion, Scott, is we'll make phone calls. It's just going to come down to whether or not the deal makes sense for the Detroit Lions. If it does, we'll pull the trigger. If it doesn't, then yeah, Brad Holmes isn't going to do it. He's not going to overpay. All right, Kurt Steele, Broski Bear, laughing out loud. No, a Rams podcaster. Okay, fair enough. Micro Mike, Phil, and DST, good morning. Very good. See, Kurt Steele, Detroit Sports Talk. What up, Doe? Amy, I would love if Goff were to learn from Hooker and run on the field more. If he can't pass, go Lions. We'll see if he can become a little bit more of a scrambling man. See, Kurt Steele, Lions Talk by Chat Sports Up, Mike. Arrogancy, the Lions haven't lost back-to-back in like 2 years. It has been a long time since they have. See, Hitman, Dan, when we win the Super Bowl, you will be out for the night. I figure you will be doing woos for the whole day like you did a few thousand. Yeah, the day we win the Super Bowl, that post-game show, it will probably be a train wreck. And the morning after, I got to imagine we'll probably just continue that. But you know what? I'll enjoy it all the way. I'm guessing you guys will too. Kurt Steele, Hetman, I know, right? Let's see. Jason, Amy Sprague, Goff runs a 17-second 40-yard dash versus Hooker's mid-fours, just saying offensive line of destiny. Yes, Hooker might be able to outrun Goff a wee bit. See, Detroit Sports Talk, Jake the Hitman Bates. Jake the Hitman Bates. Yes, indeed. Broski Bear, Arrogance, Green Bay, then Houston. Smells like back-to-back losses for the Lions this year. Could be, could not be. So we will have to wait and see. All will be foretold later in the season. Chad, is Broski Bear ready to lose to Will Levis? Probably he's going to have to, because I think the Titans I do think their defense is pretty dang good this year. See, Michael Mike Kirk, good morning, bro. I hate being up this early. Well, hey, welcome to the crowd, man. I get up at, about 5, and I know this is not your norm, so maybe grab a morning Mountain Dew and help power you through the day, my friend. See, John, he didn't cut it off. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I wasn't sure, but it didn't look like it. Let's see, how many players are Lions get to 1K yards? Man, that will be the burning question this year. I think there's an argument to be made for 4, maybe 5. Kurt, Lions Talk by Chat Sports, laughing out loud. Dale, Kurt Steele, is that Micro Mike or Micro Michelle? All right, we'll have to find out. Let's see, Broski, Amy's right. If you want Goff to get concussed and injured, have him run. That's probably also true. Micro Michelle says Micro Mike. All right, Bo, after too many hits to the head, I'm Batman. Well, you'd be that it was a good Snickers commercial back in the day. Dale, that was some of the funniest stuff ever, bro. It was. Let's see, Broski Bear, Chad Fletcher. You don't lose to a QB, you lose to a team. However, the Bears should be fine against the Titans. Rookie quarterback makes his first start. I don't expect it to be pretty. Yeah, he'll have some learning opportunities for sure. Michael Mike, haha, Dale, that sure was, brother. Terramade, all good. Let's go, Lions. Woo, woo! And back at you. Have a great day, my friend, as always. See, Phil, as a football player, we love the contact hitting is football. Gladiator. I'll go with that 100%. See, Gary, good morning, all. Grit for life. I hope Dan isn't asking Goff to run. I'm thinking that's probably not a part of it, but I guess one never knows. Let's see, NFL season eve. It is. Everybody's going to go to sleep tonight with dreams of footballs in their head. Let's see, Detroit Sports Talk 15-2. He's calling the shot right now. Chad, Broski Bear, well, at least you have a little common sense as a Bears fan. Don't see many of you. Very good. Phil, Dan is super aggressive as a coach. Yes, he is, and I agree with that. Michael Mike, the real Broski Bear is awesome. I concur. Frank the Tank, good morning, Duke Crew. Woo! We all need to stop talking Super Bowl. We haven't even played one game yet. Go Lions. Hey, we'll talk about it, but the coaches, they got to keep us focused on going in the right direction. Broski Bear, Lions Talk by Chat Sports. Pounding. There you go. Michael Mike, Broski Bear, still time to jump on to the Hallelujah Blue and Silver. There you go. Let's see if we can bring him over to the blue side of the force. Bo, nobody is going to Disney. Nobody is going to Disney right now. All right, Dale, I'm glad I scheduled this Monday off. Sunday night is going to be fire. I agree. I think it could be a mega-tastic day for the Detroit Lions. See, Coach Rock, I hear that Megatron is working with our receivers this year since he's back in the fold. Woo! I'm sure he's given some advice and some thoughts to them all. Maybe he can coach some of them up a little bit, help take them to another level. All right, Mike, Tom the Killer Kowalski was my favorite writer. Yeah, he was a good dude, man. His seat at Ford Field was, I want to say, 3 down from my right. And then, what's his name? Mitch Ablum was in the row behind me. And he was a big eater, or is a big eater, I should say. Little guy, but eats a ton. All right, Ken, see, game 1 in the trenches, keep offensive line healthy and keep stuffing the run, Andy. Yeah, I think they're going to keep it pretty basic like that. Make teams as much as possible one-dimensional. You do that, AG should have a pretty good opportunity to stop them. Let's see, Detroit Sports Talk, been thinking about this. We are so lucky to have Gibbs and St. Brown, J-Mo, Laporta, Monty, and this offensive line. Yeah, we've got a pretty good stacked offense, without question. The defense appears to be getting that way, but you know what? They do have to go out there and prove it on the field. All right, say, Mike, Rip, Tom the Killer Kowalski. Yeah, good dude. He used to be, he would be, I think it was once a week during the season. He'd come on the Huge show too. So talk to Huge about him. He was a good dude, man. It was sad when he passed, man. And the Lions, when he did pass, they left his seat open for that entire season in the press box. I thought it was a real smooth move by them. All right, see, Phil, what is the spot between Detroit and Chicago? So in Kalamazoo / Portage, there's a trail. It's called the Celery Flats. There's a spot where there's a marker designated there. You are literally halfway between Chicago and Detroit. So, yeah, it's right there. All right, Kurt Steele, NFL football is tomorrow. Hot darn. Yes, I'll go with that. See, Bo, stuck in the middle of you. Well, hey, be in the middle with us, 100%. Lions Talk by Chat Sports. I just had the loudest. It happens, man. It happens. All right, Corey, clickbait. Not exactly, Corey. If you watch the show, you would know that's not so. So go ahead and rewind it, and you'll see where we went with it. So there you go. All right, Broski Bear, Lions Talk by Chat Sports. You ripped one. Are you? Yeah, it happens. It happens. All right. Phil, laughing out, Mike. The fire of greatness. It could be. Baha, says Micro Mike. Doug, this team will win or lose with its coaching. Townsend, Williams, AG, and Ben. Youth and chemistry, mixing man and zone rush packages, utilizing JMO and all the offense, really cooking together. Yeah, I think they've got a real good balance of a lot of different factors leading into this. I'm down with it. Dale, not coach. No one will ever say bring back Sudfield. You never know, man. You never know. I'd say Micro Mike, Spinal Fusion, no joke. Levi has inspired me beyond belief. Guy is a Dan Campbell guy. Yeah, and hey, if he really lives up to the hype, if him, James, I mean, there's so many guys in the same boat with this team. Man, this team could just be scary good. See, Bo, rotation. That's getting it done, Doug, 100%. Moonscar, Amy, I believe you were reading a speculation about trading JMO and a second-round pick for the Raiders, Devontae Adams. Not really even a rumor. I saw that article. Yeah, I didn't even mention it, but, you know, hey, I don't think there's any chance Jameson Williams is leaving. Phil, Stafford will break his hand on helmets. He does seem to helmets a lot. Let's see, Michael Mike. Phil, what's the reason Stafford always hits his hands on helmets? It's so odd. It is, man. It just, hey, his release point and his follow through is what I would say. I'd say, yeah, man, boy, Dan, just because you have almost 8,000 subscribers, you didn't even notice someone missing. It happens, man. But he is, JDC, let's be honest, he's in here most days pretty early. He's one of the first guys in the room. Phil, Mr. Stafford, meet Mr. Houston many times. I'm down with that. Dale, James Houston definitely has something to prove this season. He does, man, and it is a contract year for him. So another layer of proof, too. He's got to prove to everybody he's healthy, he's recovered. I think he's probably going to have a pretty good year. Let's see, Hookadoo, Phil, our D-line is going to be more like Stafford meet Mother Earth. There you go. Put him in the floor. The other team's quarterback must go down, and they must go down hard. See, arrogancy, Broski Bear, Lions are better at beating Green Bay at Lombardi than at home recently. I'll go with that. See, Broski Bear, Tim Patrick hopping on one leg, and A-Rom wheeling around in his wheelchair. Both are doubtful. We'll see, man. But, hey, I have a lot of faith in both of them. All right, Kurt Steele, do we as Lions fans hate the Rams? When they step onto the field with us, I think we do. See, Phil, Lions medical staff is as great as the team. Lions are great top to bottom. I agree. Their medical staff what they did last year with Gardner Johnson, what it appears they're going to do this year with E-Money or Emmanuel Mosley, I think there's a real chance if we don't hear in the next week or two that he's had surgery, that means they're just going with aggressive rehab on it, which to me indicates, talking to any medical trainers that I have, or athletic trainers, I should say, he'll probably be back before Thanksgiving, maybe, or at least right around there. If he had surgery, then we're probably looking middle of December. All right, Fred, good morning, exclamation points. It's a great day to be a Lion, one pride, 100% Fred. Hopefully you are having a great day. Fred, what's going on with Campbell and Goff? So Campbell is putting more workload on Jared Goff's plate. He's trying to get Jared Goff to be more of a leader on the field, in the locker room, halftime, stuff like that. It's not a bad thing at all. He's pushing Jared Goff to do more, and I do believe we'll find out he's doing this with Goff, Penei Sewell, maybe Hutchinson, Aleem McNeil, just some of the leaders of the team. He wants them to have more hands-on approach, more responsibilities, and really push all these players to another level. Phil, not knowing our new D backfield, Stafford throws 2 picks, 6s. I'd be down with that. And yes, you rattle Stafford. Anybody who's a Lions fan, and not trying to be rude towards Stafford or anything, if he gets rattled, if he gets emotional, that's when he tries to really rip it and throw into tighter windows, try to force plays. That's where he tends to make his mistakes and throw the picks. See, Broski, Aaron, see, Thanksgiving game and then home against the Fudgies. Smells like back-to-back losses. Probably for the Bears, it will be. It will be back-to-back losses to the Lions this year. All right, Moonscar, Kurt Steele, Detroit versus everybody. Detroit versus every bias. There you go. Let's see, Fred, Broski, Lions haven't lost back-to-back games since October 2021. And yeah, it's been a while. Phil, going to need stadium reinforcements. Ford Field will be vibrating. There we go. And I believe you're right. They're probably going to set the record for the decimals this week. See, Broski, Fred Pearson, impressive things changed this season. I doubt it. I really do. Kurt Steele, no reason to hate the Rams, Moonscar. Blade, however, I hate the Packers, Bears, and Cowboys. I'm all with that. Phil, I'm a believer. You have to don't stop believing, Phil. Phil, see, Bo, Phil, then I saw a face. Yes, now you are a believer. Fred Broski, I agree. Not saying it isn't possible. They have a good run going. Thanksgiving is always a tough game. Have gone for past 7 years or so. First game was versus Bears with Brisk. There you go. Broski, Bo Booth, and not a trace of doubt in my mind. Okay. See, Fred Broski Bear, this is the first year not going to Thanksgiving, going to last game versus Vikings instead. All right. See, Bo Broski, yuck. All right. Miles Marga, hi y'all. Local school starts today. Best wishes for a great day for all the kids. Yes, 100%. Yeah, I know my kid's school started yesterday. She no lie. She spent about 18 hours getting her hair done on Monday, getting ready for school to start yesterday. Hookadoo, morning, Miles Barker. There you go. Bruce Bear, Fred Pearson. It's better to see a win instead of a loss. Always. You can always fix an ugly loss. An ugly win. You can't fix a pretty loss or something like that. Anyways, Bo, Goff was not born a scrambling man. No, he was not. Miles Margaret, hey, Hookadoo, gonna be a nice day. Always a great day when you guys are a part of the Dude Crew. See, Matthew, Goff needs to get his no interception mojo back, 100%. Let's see if he can go on about a 50-game streak with no interceptions or turnovers. Hookadoo, same in Toledo, Miles Margaret. There you go. See, hey, man, that's a good one, Bo Booth. Phil, we win the Super Bowl, and the Detroit River will rise from the tears. All will cry, 100%. Yeah, they might diet blue for a day. Hallelujah blue, that is. Fred Broski Bear, which is why I'm going to the Vikings game. Have yet to see them win a game. Have yet to have gone to at least 10 games in the last 9 years. Man, we need to keep you out of the stadium if that's true, Fred, because that's although we got to break that streak for you. There's the other side of it, too. Eric, how do you feel about Jahmyr Gibbs playing his healthy? Sounds like, according to him, he's saying he's 100% healthy, no problems at all, so he's going to be good to go. I expect a full workload for him. See, Miles Margaret, neighborhood kids are mostly excited for their new clothes, seeing their old friends again, and the school social life. Yeah, I'd say that's probably spot on with that. David, our defense will be so improved, will surprise Stafford. I agree with that. William, I'm glad you're doing a show during the game because I have to work Sunday night. Well, we'll do a show. Come on over, and we'll try to help you keep engaged with the game. Matthew, need to make Megatron and Barry coaches or front office personnel. That way they will win a Super Bowl. They get a ring. That's not a bad idea, actually. Not a bad idea at all. Phil, how many of those core players are from the Stafford trade? I'd say about 5 of them. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's more, but that's about right. Broski. Fred, have fun watching the Queens. There you go. Phil, trades can sometimes rebuild a franchise except Lions Bears. All right. Dale, good day. Everyone got to make some deliveries down here in Kentucky and get back to Michigan. Go Lions. Have a great day, Dale. Have a great day. Shane, have a great day, Dale. There you go. Bo, happy trails to y'all. All done and dusted. See y'all tomorrow. Phil, hard to meet Mother Earth in a cement full of. There you go. I'd say, Kurt, see you in a few minutes. To the Boss Up, Ball Out content. Phil, need a 2-hour show today. I got to work today a little bit, especially with the markets going crazy yesterday. Doug, Kurt Steele, see you soon. I'll go with that. Dale, will be listening, Kurt. Phil, Monkeys Rule. Brent, happy trails, all done and dusted. Yep. Dr. Detroit, see time to boss up and ball out, fellas. Phil, Goff has better footwork than he gets credit. That's probably true. All right, if there is some sort of breaking news later today, I'll get it over to you as quick as possible. Otherwise, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so, making that march for 7,800 subs. Last but not least, as you're checking out, hit that thumbs up button, that like button. Do something kind for somebody you don't know. Help somebody out you may not normally. Be kind to others. See you all in the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, everybody.
Happy trails.